Hello and welcome into another edition of Cooling Down on the Birds Broadcast Network. I'm your host, Sammy Miller, alongside your broadcasters, Ian Nicholas and Dylan Pescatore. The Firebirds were able to get it done tonight, a big 11-7 victory over the Harbor Hawks, and the pitching was phenomenal. Ivan Romero had a big game, and he needed it for his confidence. He said post-game how he needed a big night, and he had that big night. 6 innings, 5 Ks, no runs allowed. What'd you see from him and the rest of the pitchers?
It was so interesting, Sammy, because Ivan is a ground ball pitcher, but today in the first 3 innings, it was a lot of fly balls and great defense behind him as well. Middle infield was great. Outfield was great as well behind Ivan Romero on some hard hit balls by Hyannis. But then he started to get in the strikeout mode. 5 strikeouts by him over 6 innings. He looked so confident up there. And how could you not with so much run support behind him as well? He gave him that confidence to go out there, pitch his stuff, do his thing. And he looked and he was smiling out there because he pitched 6 shutout.
It really was awesome to see that big smile on the bump. Another person who had a big smile was Colin Tuft, who had 5 RBIs today, was making some crazy defensive plays. What did you see from Colin tonight?
Yeah, Colin showed what he is at his best, a super freak of nature who just plays the game. I don't want to say with a reckless abandon, but just plays the game a little loose and has so much fun out there and just lets it fly. I mean, a 3-run triple in the 7th inning. He didn't even know it was a triple off the bat. He thought it was getting caught by Will Taylor out in right field. But, as soon as he saw Taylor drop the ball, he just turns it to another gear, which he's shown us all summer long, and he clears the bases with a 3-run triple. And then to end the game in the 9th, I mean, what a throw. I mean, he nearly had one of the game-sealing plays in a foul-out along left field near the Hyannis dugout. Couldn't make that play, but showed a little bit of a juice there in the outfield, and then makes a spectacular throw. It's like he barely thinks when he's out there. He's only instinctual, and when he's doing it at a high level, he shows you that. Quite simply, he's the most exciting player to watch on this team, honestly, because he's unpredictable and he's a lot of fun.
Another player who had an incredible night tonight, Eddie King Jr. And not just tonight, the past really 2 weeks, he is joining this entirely new level of Eddie King Jr. baseball. He went 3 for 5 tonight. How big is he to this batting order?
Well, he's huge because Ian and I talked about it. Every single playoff team is going to have a great 1 through 4 in their order. It separates you what can bring to your lineup from 5 to 9. Eddie King is in that, and he's actually probably moving up with how good he's hitting. But if you have more depth in that order, more people can really come through. And every single game, it's been someone different for the Firebirds. Eddie King and Colin Tuft tonight. Matt Hall back yesterday. Joe Oyama had his games. Jack Penny shows up at times as well. He can change a game just by himself. So many bats in this order that can really have an impact. That only helps you as you go through the season.
This is a big win. The Harbor Hawks are a very strong team, and the Firebirds just took them down, winning the season series 3-1. How big is this, Ian, for their momentum heading into tomorrow's game against Harwich?
I think it's a big confidence booster because Hyannis smacked you around at home a few days ago, rather like a week ago at this point, 15-5, and that was a demoralizing loss after a win streak. Now you've got a win streak going, and you've beat a really good team in Hyannis. So you clinch for 2 seed at least in the East Division tonight, thanks to our buddies over in Chatham taking down Harwich. And now you face Harwich. But that game tomorrow still has a lot of importance because Orleans, with another big win tonight, proves, who knows, is this a 1-seed team? It could be. You're only 1.5 games away from YD. And if you win tomorrow against Harwich, it sets up a game against who? YD on Tuesday, where potentially you could usurp, big word I know, take over the 1 spot from the Red Sox tomorrow. Has a lot of implications.
I think it's time to bring up the popcorn because this is going to get very interesting. A lot of exciting things happening, but we will see you guys tomorrow at Eldridge Park.